Is a tool ever just a tool, or does it always serve some purpose, regardless of how one is taught how to use it? This presentation will argue that a tool is never just a tool, but a tool always serves the purpose of building a message, and that all tools are created equally. This hammer is just wood and metal until it's picked up. Then one can say it's being transformed into a tool. Once picked up, the user can proceed to create his message. Now, does the power of the tool affect the power of the message? Or is the power irrelevant and the simplest tool can create the most influential messages? To explore this question, one needs to look at one of the most influential message mediums today, video. It can now be accessed through a myriad of forms, TV, mobile devices. But how easy can it be used to manipulate its message? I'll be showing you an example of how a person, me, with little video editing skills can easily change the message. To set the stage, take a moment to reflect on how news outlets have influenced your view on Mexico. How different is the video message compared to your direct experiences with Mexico and its people? For example, I will be using the following clip to demonstrate how easily one can manipulate the message. I encourage you to pause the video, go to YouTube and search for English News Today Mexico smartphone app aims to lower crime, to get an idea of the manipulation you are about to see. Mexico, now feeling a sense of freedom as its people now feel free to roam the streets with their mobile devices. Through the use of technology, Mexicans feel safe outside their homes again. Government officials see this as a win against organized crime, as now any movement can be tracked via mobile phones and reported immediately. Highly trained groups of police are always on the move, ready to protect the people. However, not all are happy with this new push towards mobile security. As our correspondent Rachel reports, some Mexicans like Javier feel like they have lost touch with nature. Saul, the inventor of the mobile app, doesn't see it this way. He believes more security will eventually lead to the people being able to enjoy nature again. But for now, Javier will enjoy his walks mobile-free, something he can do now feeling a little bit more safe. Mexico. 60,000 people have died since the drug war began, and there is no end in sight. The Mexican police insist they are doing everything in their power to increase the security in major cities like Mexico. We interviewed Victor Ramos, the head of police in Mexico City. He discussed how the number of patrols, inspections, and arrests are up throughout the city. They are now starting to understand how these crime cartels are organized, and that it's only a matter of time before Mexican citizens feel safe again in their country. However, the word on the street is entirely different. Our correspondent Rachel reports that ordinary citizens like Abraham live in fear as they are witnesses to daily crimes. Just this morning at 3 a.m., he was woken up by gunfire outside his home. By 5 a.m., the body was gone, marked by a chalk outline and no police in sight. He feels ashamed to admit that more times than not, the police are under the influence of the powerful cartels and have no real power to protect the citizens. When asked how this could all be solved, he said that the people had to stand up and fight the corruption, that the fight had to start from the top, but to get them to start, it was the ordinary citizen that had to make a stand and demand real justice. As you can see, from a single video, one can easily change the message with the use of a couple simple tools like GarageBand and iMovie. This takes us to the question, can one really just teach a tool? When I first started learning iMovie and GarageBand, in the short run, I was probably just focusing on learning the tool. But in the long run, if I didn't find a purpose for these two tools, wouldn't they have just turned back into, well, metal and wood?